Welcome back to another Champion Deep Dive! Today, we're actually taking a dive with Аттума. He's a stun-purifying, cruelty-gaining force of nature, with hydration-powered attacks, long-duration true accuracy, and a devastating bleed that'll leave his opponents washed up. Now, let's get into it! Аттуma enters the contest with an always active ability, where when he's inflicted with an ability accuracy modification effect, it has its potency reversed, resulting in an increased chance of his abilities to trigger. So, when Attuma's personal abilities with a listed chance is increased to over a 100% chance to trigger, that ability can trigger additional times. Each time it triggers, the chance is equal to the former chance minus 100%. Now, Attuma's rough skin abrades his opponents with a 15% chance to deal physical damage when they strike him with a contact attack. This damage scales with base attack only. And when an opponent evades while he has less than 1 bar of power, he has a 100% chance to instantly gain 10% of his max power, and passively go unstoppable for 0.5 seconds. Also, Attuma's base regeneration rate is set to 20% instead of the usual 100%. And it cannot be lowered further. Next up, Аттума has Hydration. Exposure to water grants Аттуma stacks of hydration passives. These fall off one at a time over 7 seconds, maxing out at 20 stacks. With every stack of hydration, Attuma's attack rating is increased. And his regeneration rate is increased by 1.75%. At 10 stacks of hydration, Аттуma becomes immune to Incinerate, and gains a precision passive, increasing his critical rating by 2200. At 19 stacks of hydration, Аттуma becomes passively unstoppable. Now, when he is inflicted with, or immune to, an Incinerate or Shock, Аттуma loses 1 stack of hydration. Additionally, hydration falls off 30% faster while he's suffering from cold snap effects. On his heavy attack, Аттуma has a 100% chance to purify 1 non-damaging debuff and replace it with a concussion debuff, reducing Attuma's ability accuracy by 50% for 25 seconds. This ability cannot purify concussion debuffs, and if no non-damaging debuffs are present, this ability consumes the oldest stack of hydration instead. This ability also triggers anytime Аттуma is stunned or infuriated. Now let's check out his special attacks. The Special 1. Аттуma has a 100% chance to gain 3 stacks of hydration. Additionally, on activation, he has a 120% chance to gain a true accuracy passive. These passives last for 7 seconds and fall off 1 at a time. With the Special 2, Аттуma has a 200% chance to gain 2 stacks of hydration. Also, each hit has a 50% chance to grant Аттуma a cruelty passive, increasing critical damage rating for 10 seconds. Triggering one of these cruelties causes his personal concussions for the duration of the effect. The Special 3. Аттуma has a 100% chance to gain 5 stacks of hydration. At the end of this special attack, he has a 100% chance to inflict a bleed debuff on the opponent, dealing direct damage over 20 seconds. When one of these bleeds fails to apply due to an immunity, he'll inflict a physical vulnerability debuff instead, reducing physical resistance for 10 seconds. Now let's check out his signature ability. When awakened, Аттума reduces the potency of incoming bleed debuffs by up to 90%. Also, Attuma's rough skin can now deal extra damage anytime he strikes his opponent. The potency of this damage is increased by up to 10% for each bleed effect on either champion. Additionally, Attuma's energy resistance is increased by up to 115.79 for each stack of hydration, and is tripled for 0.1 seconds whenever he deals damage from his rough skin. Now let's take him out for a swim in the champion rotation. To begin, build to just under 2 bars of power, and launch your special 1 to gain 3 stacks of hydration. From here, use 2 to 3 heavy attacks to convert all of your hydration passives into concussion debuffs. And then, launch your special 1 again. Convert your newly gained hydration passives into concussions with your heavy attacks once more, while building to below your special 3. At this point, you should have at least 9 concussion debuffs. Launch your special 2 to gain 20 stacks of hydration, and cruelty passives, pausing your stack of concussion debuffs. Now that you've ramped up, use your 5-hit combos to build back up towards another special 2. But be sure to use a few heavy attacks before doing so to convert your hydration into additional concussion debuffs. Remember, the more concussion on Аттума, the higher his ability accuracy will be, meaning you'll continue stacking even more cruelty passives. Rinse and repeat this cycle, and enjoy the big yellow numbers until your opponent is knocked out. For longer fights, once you've built a solid stack of concussion debuffs, you can build to your special 3, and launch to inflict a devastating amount of bleed damage directly onto your opponent. Now let's check out some of his notable synergies. Sea-worn enemies. With Namor on the team, Аттума gains plus 20% bleed potency, but suffers minus 20% ability accuracy. As for Namor, he gains plus 20% critical damage rating, but suffers minus 20% bleed ability accuracy. Fear itself. With Juggernaut, Titania, Thing, or the Hulk on the team, all synergy members gain plus 20% attack rating when fighting at class advantage, and regain the attack rating penalty for fighting at disadvantage. Frequent Kidnapper Miles. With Wasp, Invisible Woman, or Phoenix on the team, Attuma's power gain from the opponent evading is increased by a flat 15%. With Wasp, she gains an additional flat 10% chance to trigger her personal Purify for each debuff on her. With Invisible Woman, landing a heavy attack while invisibility is unpaused repauses it. And as for Phoenix, her heavy attacks have a 25% chance to grant an additional Phoenix Force charge. Shining Shimmering Splendor. With Toad, or Man-Thing on the team, Аттума starts the fight with the dormant Hydration Charge, that while active, grants a 50% chance to gain up to 10 stacks of hydration on a well-timed block. When hydration is gained this way, the charge is consumed, and is reapplied when Аттуma gains hydration from another source. With Toad, landing a heavy attack refreshes all poison debuffs on the opponent. As for Man-Thing, the delay before his agitation begins to fall off is doubled. Did you see a synergy that left you Thirsting for more? Thinking of a new synergy team? Let us know your thoughts down below, and let's discuss. Thank you for watching this champion deep dive for Аттума. And hey, if you liked the video and want to see more, click subscribe, like, comment, and share. And remember, we'll see you in the battle round.